Hi guys, now that you've made your predictions, let's take a look at our data. Remember, if you do want to collect this data yourself, go to the next lesson in the left menu, and there's some lab instructions if you have the right materials. If not, let's just look at this data table together. Your teachers have collected this data before we went home from school. So let's first look at the test substances here on the left. Each one of these has 3 different pieces of information. The first thing is the chemical formula. The second thing is telling you what state it's in. And the third thing is telling us what its name is. So the chemical formula is just taking symbols from the periodic table. Cu, if you remember, is copper. Cl is chlorine. So we're no longer talking about just one element at a time. We're now talking about a few elements mixed together as a compound. This second thing here, AQ, means aqueous. That one means that we took solid copper chloride and mixed it into water to make a solution. So aqueous, you can think of like aqua, that we've mixed it with water. And then the third thing is just the name, so copper chloride. The next one here, remember, C is for carbon, H is for hydrogen, O is for oxygen. So now we've taken 3 elements and squished them together into one compound. The L is for liquid, and this one is called ethanol. So we have a few different substances here. Let's look at the data. For each one of these, we can say, does it conduct all by itself? Does it dissolve in water? And does it conduct once it's dissolved in water? We're going to take each of these substances and sort them into 4 groups using this second table here in the analysis questions. So I'm just going to go one by one, and I'm going to copy and paste these in as we go. So let's start with water. Does it conduct all by itself? No. And does it dissolve in water? That's a weird question. Water can't dissolve in water, but I'm going to, for our purposes, put it here in group B. That's a weird one. Let's do the next one here. Copper chloride. Does it conduct by itself? No. Does it dissolve in water? Yes. And does it then make the water conduct? Yes. So that goes in group A, substances that dissolved and made the water conductive. Next is ethanol. It doesn't conduct by itself. It does dissolve in water, but then the water doesn't conduct. So that looks like it goes here in group B. It dissolves, but it does not make the water conductive. Calcium chloride, when dissolved in water, so the aqueous calcium chloride, it doesn't conduct by itself. It does dissolve, and then it does make the water conduct. So that's in group A. Silicon dioxide, which is just sand, grains of sand, doesn't conduct by itself. It doesn't dissolve, and so the water is just water with sand in it. Substances that don't dissolve and don't conduct, we're going to put here in group D. Aluminum foil, that just conducts all by itself and it doesn't dissolve. So that's going to be our first one here in group C. It did not dissolve, but it did conduct as a solid by itself. Sugar does not conduct, but does dissolve, but it doesn't then make the water conductive. So that's going to be another one for group B. Salt does not conduct by itself. It does dissolve and it does make the water conduct. So that goes in group A. Wax, like candle wax basically, does not conduct by itself, does not dissolve, and then does not make the water conduct. So that would be group D. The last one here is copper. It does not conduct, or sorry, it does conduct by itself and it doesn't dissolve. So that's going to go here in group C. Take a look at your data table. Make sure it looks just like mine. And then the next video, we're going to answer some of those questions down there.